What's up guys, it's Lightspiral here, and today I'm bringing you a video of who I am going to guess is going to be the July 2017 Hall of Heroes. So this one should be water if I remember correctly. And so the options we have here is everything from this Soha right here all the way through this sonnet right here. And of course, anything that's in the fusion hexagram will not be available, as well as anything that has a Nat 3 counterpart will not be available. So stuff like the Gildong, the Fire Taoist is a Nat 3, so it's not going to be a Gildong. Um, is there anything else that it couldn't be? No, I don't think so. Not at least for water. But so, first and foremost, I'll explain a little bit more. For those of you that aren't too familiar, the Hall of Heroes will never be a super like S tier, you could call it, monster. So stuff like Orion will likely never be a Hall of Heroes. Because Orion would be a very popular one. Galleon will likely never be a Hall of Heroes. And as for the water, those are the only two I would say that are just way too good to ever be a Hall of Heroes. But there's other stuff that might not ever be one. Like if they ever gave Julie as a Hall of Heroes, Julie is really, really good. So it's unlikely they'll give Julie anytime soon, at least. It's unlikely that they'll give Stella or Zhao Lin, but it is possible. But so with that being said, my guess, it could range between there's better monsters that are available and weaker ones. I think in terms of what Comdos is thinking is they will give us there's no limit to how bad the Hall of Heroes can be, but there is a limit on how good, basically. But so like all the bad ones are definitely in the race. So units like, Liesel, the water vampire, very bad, and we could definitely see him in there. Stuff like Azaria is not insane. Sue is not very good. Water Barbaric King's not very good. But with what I think the Hall of Heroes is going to be, and this is just a guess, I'm going to say it's going to be Soha, Water Ninetales. And the reason why is because I think it's a monster that isn't too good and it's not terrible. Like, I don't think the community would be outraged if they saw Soha as the Hall of Heroes. Mainly because of the fact that it would give everyone in the game an opportunity to have an AoE buff removal. So there's no farmable ones at the moment, and there's only single target buff removal that's farmable. And so Soha would be a way that Comdoist could let everyone have access to an AoE stripper. And so people that already have an AoE stripper would obviously not be excited about Soha. So people that have Aquilas or Chiwus or Tridents or Tianas or whatever would not really care for this. But I think it would be a decent one to do. Like I said, it's not insane. It can farm Feynman decently well for new players that want it. And yeah, that's why I think it would be good for there to be beginners Hall of Heroes, because we've had some decent Hall of Heroes in recent days. We got the last one was the Shimite, which was nice because it gave everyone a 24% speed leader skill. Not too long ago, we had the Diaz Hall of Heroes from the anniversary, which was pretty good. I don't remember what other good ones we've had. We've had good ones, though, and I don't think it's time for there to be an insane one. Like, some of the really good ones that I could see there actually being a Hall of Heroes of is maybe Fedora, the Water Death Knight, could actually get a Hall of Heroes someday, and that would be a pretty good one for Hall of Heroes. I think Lure, the Water Phantom Thief, has a chance to get a Hall of Heroes one day. I think Miang might get a Hall of Heroes one day. You never know with that one. Stuff like Emma may get one. Lumericia, Tyron, all these guys could get one. But I would say Soha would be good. Yeah, I would say, in my opinion, she's the worst AoE cleanser in the game. So for Comdos to give everyone AoE cleanser, this would be the one they'd want to give, given that it is the worst one. At least in my opinion. I mean, like in terms of the actual skill itself, the skill is the same as Aquila's. This skill called Cleanse inflicts damage to all enemies and removes all beneficial effects on all enemies. If you look here at the Wind Brownie Magician, Aquila, this does the exact same thing. So yeah, basically, like it's not really that much of a downgrade from Aquila, but people do like to use Aquila because it's a little tankier, and it's got the accuracy leader skill as opposed to the water attack power leader skill. And so, for people that already have a Soha or already have an AoE buff stripper, this will also be a nice option for them potentially, because a lot of people run the Fire Ninetail Fox and Necro, so you can maybe get a couple skill ups. Orang is farmable, so some people do run her. I don't think Orang's insane in anything, but you could get skill ups for Orang. The light one's not great, but anyone that is lucky enough to have the dark one, you can get a couple skill ups. As well as, given that this Orang is farmable, it'd be kind of cool to have a Soha because everyone could get their Soha and get a couple skill ups. And then if they did want to max skill their Hall of Heroes monster, they could always farm a couple of Orangs and max skill their Soha. So I think that would be pretty cool to see in Hall of Heroes. Me personally, if it is a Soha Hall of Heroes, I would not be very excited about it, given that I've actually already summoned a Soha. Actually, I might have summoned two. Let me check my storage. I have this Soha right here, and then this Soha. So yeah, I actually do have two Sohas. So I mean, I wouldn't really care for Soha Hall of Heroes that much. Maybe I'll skill up my Soha if I want to. I've never summoned the Fire Ninetail, so maybe I'll just save it for that. But that's kind of it for my Hall of Heroes prediction for July 2017. Next month should be Fire. So in about a month from now, you'll be seeing my Fire Hall of Heroes prediction. And so if I remember this right, I'm recording this today, and well, obviously I'm recording this today. I'm recording it on June 27th, but I'm planning on posting these videos on the first day of every month because the Hall of Heroes is the second weekend of every month. So this month, let me check really quick what day that actually does fall on. It should be July 8th, should be the Hall of Heroes weekend. Or so it'll start on July 7th and end on July 9th. The 7th is a Friday and the 9th is the Sunday. But so I'll be uploading this like on the 1st, so I'll be uploading this like 7 days early. So there's only going to be like 4 days in between when I upload this and when the actual announcement comes out, because the announcement normally comes out on like Wednesday, so like 2 days before. So this will be out for like 3 or 4 days before Comdos actually announces it. So it shouldn't be too long after you see this before you see if I was right or wrong. If you are watching this before the Hall of Heroes is announced, feel free to leave your guesses down in the comment section, and I know I'm gonna read all of them. I may or may not respond to all of them, and I do realize that this thing is not in the center anymore. I hope it hasn't been like that for a while. I just noticed that now. But yeah, that's really all I have for today's video though, guys. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, tell me in the comment section. If there's any other videos you want to see, you can also leave that in the comment section. But yeah, that's all I have for today though, guys. So may the best year today's be the worst year tomorrow's.